We're working on a project right now at Service Autopilot, and it requires that we call about 10 to 15% of our members, about 300 companies. And what we're finding is that to get them on the phone generally takes a couple calls. Now, that's a broad generalization because there's a whole bunch of clients, members that answer on that first call. However, there's a lot that we have to leave a voicemail for. And we've been having this discussion internally, and that's the point of this video. It is absolutely imperative that you answer your phone and that I answer my phone. Your marketing doesn't work very well if you don't answer your phone. Your customer service isn't very good if you don't answer your phone. And the most common scenario is that when someone is looking for a service provider, they have a list of a couple people that they probably found on the web, or they got door hangers off their door. They call the most interesting one first. If they don't answer, they don't leave a message generally. And then they call the second one, and then the third one. And if that third one answers and they sound good and give a fair price, they get the business. The game is speed. And when you don't answer your phone, you're losing the game of speed. Clients want things to be easy and fast. And when you're the guy that doesn't answer, when you're the company that doesn't answer, you don't win the business. Your competitor does. And after you spend all that money on marketing and you don't answer your phone, or I don't answer my phone, then it feels like, oh, this marketing thing just doesn't work. None of this marketing works. And it's generally because the calls aren't getting answered. And sometimes that even means not answering the calls on Saturdays. If you want to win the game in the big selling season, which depending on your business might be spring, it might make sense to answer the phone on Saturdays. It might make sense to answer the phone into the evening. And this is really interesting because at Service Autopilot, of all the cloud-based software systems out there in the industry, we tend to be the one that attracts the bigger, more successful companies. If you were to analyze our clients, you'll see that we have a lot of bigger companies. We have a lot of companies that have a lot of people. But if anybody is going to cancel Service Autopilot, it's the little bitty company that's just got a crew or a tech, and it's because they won't do even a single training with us. They won't learn the system, so they just go to another system that's really simple and super, super basic that can't do that much because it's easier to use. And the reason I wanted to say that is I wanted to point out that when I say that many members aren't answering their phones, one, we have some incredible companies that do, and that's how they built their companies. They're willing to do the things that the little guys aren't willing to do. That's how they got big. So I wanted to point out that even within our client base that tends to be bigger and more successful than the clients that other companies have, we still see many of our members not answering their phone. It's absolutely imperative, critical that you answer your phone. It's the difference maker. It's the thing you cannot ignore. I wanted to record the video to remind you that if you're not answering the phone, spend the money on that. It'll improve your customer service. It'll make all your marketing work better. You'll sell tons more work. You'll be surprised at the difference it makes. Figure out how to answer the phone. It's a difference maker.